Rocking out with Lil Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. Let's hit explode. Dive deep into virtual reality with our dynamic duo, setting us free from CGI to holograms. We'll explore the possibilities are endless. Let's soar. Enter the metaverse where fantasies come alive. Rocking out with Lil Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. The metaverse where fantasies come alive. Rocking out with Lil Slack and Swally. Every week a new episode. Join us in the metaverse. Let's hit it explode. Let's hit explode. Let's hit explode.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lil Slack and Swarly. How is it going, man? How we doing today?
G'day, everybody. Yeah, it's just good. Another day, cold weather, but yeah, loving it.
Is it
Not
nice
much to
out
rep-
there? The weather's
Not too cold, but yeah, I mean, got to like 18, 19 degrees. I don't know what that is, your language, but
I don't know.
not too bad, but got a bit cold. Yeah, not too bad. Not much to report on my end for the week. I've just been doing more of the same, treasure hunting and a little bit of work and a little bit of Blender. So outside of that, not much to report.
Okay. Yeah, not much. Well, yeah, not much here as far as like upland related things. Yeah, I got a 3D printer recently. Been fucking around with that thing, and I gave myself a second degree burn the other day. Let me kind of see it.
What, from the printer or?
Yeah, I touched you can kind of see it there.
Ouch, yeah, the blister.
Yeah, I touched the extruder. I think that's what it's called, extruder. And yeah, I fucking just burnt the shit out of my hand. It was terrible, but that's what I get. Oh, come on, JP, you gotta get with the program, bro.
Jump on, say hi.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I'll pop the link here in the chat. Yeah, so I burnt the crap out of myself. That was the most exciting thing I've done this week, I would say, outside of like watching my kids and.
I've just been doing Blender. I'm getting more confident with it, but long way from being able to submit anything to Upland. Long way. But it's all about time and repetition and just practicing. So I saw James UK is getting close to has submitted his first one. So good on him.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can catch up and start submitting stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to learn so I can do. Whilst I might do the odd map asset here and there just for practice, I'm more interested in structural ornaments.
Right.
Although we did see something exciting was released this week.
Oh, the blueprint thing?
Blueprints. So that's another UGC domain sort of thing. So hopefully they don't throttle it too much and do let the creative juices of the creators let them free. Because I'm just imagining now, like being able to have a castle in a decent block of land in London or something like that. Like, how cool would that be? And just all different types of obviously, your imagination's the limit to what you can have, whether up and allowed. I mean, people have been talking about being able to build something on those really tall, really small plots of land that are just too small for anything that's currently available. So that's obviously one niche that needs to be filled. But I'm looking at those really big blocks of land and thinking, it'd be nice to have a nice big castle and or something like that, or who knows, like
big fucking moat or something all the way
big
around
tower,
it. That would
big
be
tower
awesome.
buildings or something. Like, who knows? Like, and just maybe not necessarily just copy the real world, but just create something entirely new and huge or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
that would be super cool. I saw that James UK. He burned all the things to get the blueprint. So I'm stoked for Granada Hills and what that's gonna look like.
Look, that's like I said, I'm 99% happy with the news. I think it's brilliant. We've been waiting for Blueprint for so long. So excited to see where it goes. The 1% I wasn't happy about was the method to get the first.
Oh, dude, me too.
At the hand. I saw that when I first read that.
A cheap fucking way to go.
I first read that and thought, oh, sweet, everyone that's burnt one has an opportunity. Like, I didn't realize it was you burn it and you definitely get it. I just thought, oh,
that's what I thought too.
Everyone that's burnt one, and I thought, finally, some actual utility for these passes that we've been loyal to and buying each season. And then I obviously reread it and then realized what they're actually saying. And that made me a little bit dirty in the sense that we were told these passes were for cosmetic value only and nothing else. Yes, you can buy and trade this passes and maybe have that nostalgic value of collecting them all, stuff like that, which even X1 posted saying, yep, this is probably the only value outside of, burning them for the season passes. And now to see that there is an in-game value for these passes, so you burn them, and like at very best, you're looking at $21 to have the very first blueprint structure, if not a lot more. I mean, Ben sold one for way more. Oh, cool! I just sold a property. Nice. So like people are probably paying upwards of, $70 to get this blueprint.
Yeah, some people are paying a lot of money, and this is just the first one. It's not like they're not going to have more of these, and I bet it's not going to be like the same process. So this is just
So, like I said, I wasn't overly. I thought, this was a great utility for the passes, and it wasn't to be, and I'm a bit disappointed with that.
Did you have all three extra?
No, God no. I bought all three and burned all three for the season.
Yeah,
but no,
you didn't buy an extra one.
Well, there was no reason to, because it's got it's only cosmetic value only, nothing else. So that's exactly what we've been told for 6 months now.
Well, I don't know if they said that about the passes themselves. The passes have always been NFTs, but they never did allude to anything about them being able to be used in any other thing other than a collection.
And let's face it, chances are, even upwards of a month ago, Upland never had any intention of doing that until they've released the blueprints and gone, oh, what's the way? And they've probably, brainstormed the way to give them away, and that's what they came up with. And and for the people that had the passes or collecting them, happy days. You can flip them for good money.
Yeah,
I mean, $25 That's or seven. That's
or more.
70,000 UPX or something. So
yeah.
But going forward, I mean, are they going to do this again? We'll never know until it happens. People are probably going to start buying these passes, and to be honest, it's probably a smart way for them to sell more of these passes. And that's
loading up on them.
Well, people are. I won't be.
Yeah, I won't either. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't think that the build's going to be. I mean, unless Upland turn around later on and go, oh, guess what? Anyone that's got one of these buildings gets X, Y, and Z, and then there's going to be a FOMO value, if not an actual value to it. But I mean, at the moment, we can only judge it on what buildings are of value in the game at the moment. And yeah, it's going to look cool. It'd be awesome to have one. But outside of that, is it going to offer any value? I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not.
You certainly can't put a structural ornament on it, well, at least not yet.
Unless you can sell your blueprints, then you might.
Oh yeah, you'd be able to sell it, but that's what I'm saying. Like now, you can burn your pass for an in-game value that you can sell, rather than just the passes themselves being sold. That's the bit I was dirty about, which the change of the not terms and conditions, but just the change of the conditions of these passes.
Kind of pivot on what the passes are going to be. Oh, what's up, Wolf?
So that was but again, like I said, I'm 99% stoked about the news. I think it's fantastic. Can't wait to see where it goes. I'm all about the buildings. I wish, and obviously it's because I'm all about the Spark. I just want to see a lot more building, but I want to see a reason to build, not just because we can. And I think we're a long way from that. The closest thing they've got at the moment is the structural ornament competition, but I think they've missed the mark on that. I've been saying that since they brought it out. I can't see them changing it, but I hope one day they do.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to, wait and see. But yeah, I am pretty excited just about the whole blueprint idea in general. I think it's really cool. I'm with you. Like, I didn't love the way that they implemented it this time, I guess. But
well, it'll be UGC's will do it. So, and because they've named it a legit, and if you remember correctly, with the legits and the Sparklet talk and stuff like that, to create legits, you actually have to burn Spark, not stake Spark, but burn Spark.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So where this goes in the future, who knows? We'll have to just wait and see. I mean, we know that there's plenty of brilliant creators like Tosshead, DTech, Mamuto, and there's so many of them out there.
Yeah.
And I'm missing even Umbrella Boy. There's so many awesome creators out there. So the sky's the limit to where it can go. Where up they let it go, a different story. There's going to be restrictions, no doubt. But the cost, that's the bit that scares me, is that people are going to be burning Spark to create these legits. And then you're going to buy them. How much are they going to cost? What value are they going to add to your account going
I can't
forward?
imagine that burning Spark with how valuable it's going to end up being. That I could be way wrong. I mean, the consumable things for racing are really expensive to me. But I can't imagine it being like a lot of Spark, maybe 10 Sparklet, I would guess, maybe.
For how many blueprints? For 10 Sparklet per blueprint? I mean, if we're talking one
that's
Sparklet,
like the lowest denomination you could go.
If we're talking at the moment one Sparklet, so we're talking $460 for a Spark, so one Sparklet's 46 cents. So if it's one blueprint for 10 Sparklet, that's still $4.60. And that's USD, and then you convert that to UpX, so you're looking 15,000, 20,000 UpX just to buy the blueprint so you can build that one property. I just don't see where the value is at the end of that. Like, okay, fine, you get that, like this new tower you can build. Like, fine, you build the tower, you get that, you build it, then what?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
you can't put it.
It's just a cool building.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool and I want one, but
yeah,
I'm not paying $70 for it on top of the land property. But then what? Like, you can't put a structural ornament on it, so it can't be part of the competition for structural ornaments. Yeah, you can go towards your 30 unique builds, which I've already got. So, okay, I don't really care too much about that. So, where are we going to from there with it?
Well, have they said that it's a completely different type of building, or because I just don't remember, or is it going to be like a blueprint off an existing building that you can modify? Because if that was the case, then maybe you could still put structural ornaments on it. It would just kind of cover up.
Down the track, there will be, I think there'll be UGC structural ornaments, and they can cover these different types of other builds. Like Queens have got the Queen's House or the townhouse type thing. Like each city's got their own different. Not all of them, but a lot of them have got a unique build as it is. And then I think the blueprints are just going to be another level to that again. So you could probably create your own structural building, so create your own blueprint for a particular building, and then create a structural ornament to go with that, and maybe have some sort of package there. But we're probably talking years down the track before. It'll definitely months, if not years, before we get down to that sort of thing. But again, it just opens up avenues for creators to get in there and put their own ideas into the game, and again, who knows where it's going to be. I reckon I'm excited to see. I can't wait to start seeing blueprints all the time and to see where it goes. I mean, people have been talking about it for years, so to finally see it come to fruition, awesome.
Absolutely. It looks like it's way closer than we thought.
So I think what you're buying nowadays. I've moved all my treasure hunting over to Washington, so I still I've got 130 odd properties in Washington. Not a huge amount, but enough to treasure hunt and get my ratio to about 1, which is where I want it to be, so I don't spend too much time treasure hunting. I still trickle and buy odd property here and there, but mostly I'm saving up. Exactly what I was saving up for, I don't know. If probably Paris is obviously coming, so I might be saving for that. Otherwise, I'll just buy a collection like one of the Bermuda orange collections, which is what I did last week. But yeah, at the moment, I'm more trying to build my yield up. I've just ticked over 700k a month. I'm pushing towards that 1 mil.
Nice.
Was there Strictly, but they say just finished minting out Crestwood. Yeah, I saw that you bought a crap load. I saw a Twitter post from you, Wolf Warner, that you bought a crap load in Crestwood. That's obviously an extension on your node from, what's it, Detroit? The Woodhood?
Sherwood Forest.
Yeah, Sherwood Forest. Yeah, so I managed to get a couple in Crestwood, but I think you bought a stack out. So
bottom off.
Yeah. No, nodes, whilst they're fun and good to be part of, they can be, especially with sold out nodes that are expensive, like something like a Howard's Beach, can be the kind of treasure hunter's nightmare because they become really expensive to buy properties in there and a bit of a black hole. But we got angry. The worry with blueprints, in my opinion, may be used to get with the paper.
How many uses do you get with the blueprint? I think I heard it was one build. Yeah.
I think it's one build, yeah. So, like, I don't know whether the creator can create 10 blueprints or 100 blueprints. I don't know. And then obviously there's a spark cost, which is a burning, not a staking, to create those blueprints. So the value and what you're going to use them, we'll have to wait and see. It's
they
cool.
haven't said, like, they haven't detailed what that looks like yet, right? Because you could say, like, you buy a blueprint. I don't know. I guess I already answered my question in my head. I was going to say you buy the blueprint for, say like whatever it is in Sparklet, but you need that to build it, I think. And so it would be like whatever the denomination of Sparklet is per build.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. Like when you submit an asset into map asset into Upland now, they tell you how many Spark hours to build. So it'll be the same thing with the blueprint. So you'll have, say, like a castle. It might be 10,000 Spark hours. So you buy the blueprint, get a property that's big enough for it to land, for it to be built on, and then away you go. And once it's built, the blueprint will probably disappear from your assets, and you've got a castle there instead.
Yeah.
Again, like, it's exciting. I mean, it's always Upland. Like, I don't play it every day because I don't believe in Upland or I don't like Upland. I mean, I'm spending 4-6 hours a day, and now on top of that, I'm just trying to learn Blender because of where I think Upland can go in the future. And if it does go anywhere near where I think it can go, we're really early in the game, so happy days. Like, we could really reap some benefits in the long term, but you got to have that long-term mindset. Like, you can't just be going, Upland shit at the moment, the floors are dropping out. Like, the floors are dropping out, yeah, great, buy them. If you believe in the game, buy them. If you don't, stop. Don't buy them.
In line with what we were talking about earlier this week on Discord, just chatting, you were talking about the race stuff, and I was like, yeah, I want to do the racing, have all my meta ventures, and you were saying, hey, you don't see the value in that right now. I was like what we're talking about now, I'm like, I'm looking long term. Like, maybe it's not valuable right now, but I'm thinking, my hope is, I believe in Upland, that it does become much bigger than it is now, and brand recognition, like I was talking about, I think will be big.
You look at the usage base at the moment. I mean, Upland talk about 30 unique active wallets a day or something, which I think sounds a little high for me. Like, I looked at that Genesis Week challenge, which went for 3 days. To score a single point, you only need to do a send. So for 3 days to get 1 point and be on the board, one send, and there was only just over 10,000 people on that board for 3 days. So in other words, either people didn't even log in for 3 days, which is the main thing, or there isn't a lot more than 10,000 active users.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But
like, what's active? Like, how often is active? Is that a week? Is that a month?
assuming
Yeah.
that 10,000 is probably more accurate than the 30 plus the 70,000
Yeah.
that Upland keep talking about. And I can understand why they try and keep the numbers as high as they can. They need to try and make themselves look as good as possible.
Right.
But let's say they do grow and that 10,000 gets up to 100,000. That's a 10x from where we are now. And just think what that alone will do to the game just to have 100,000. And that's still nothing compared to where it could go.
Right. And I mean, you're looking at like unminted properties and scarcity. You know, there's not much scarcity right now, but I mean, in certain neighborhoods or certain cities there are. But yeah, you 10x that, we're gonna be fighting for properties.
Yeah, which is what it used to be like.
Yeah, especially when we get to
my first city release was well, yeah, exactly. My first city release was it Vegas, which hasn't sold out yet, which was a little bit disappointing. But after that, you had all those international cities, and you were fighting for properties. You just mint whatever you could, especially like Rio, because they only released Rio. They did it in like 4 batches or 5 batches, and the first 1 or 2 was super competitive. And my missus really struggled to get some properties. She got a few. She didn't get any in the stress test, which
I didn't get any. Because I think that was like the second release. Rio was
for you. Yeah, it was for me.
I
managed to get
my first one,
2 in the stress test. I ended up selling her 1 just so she had a starting point for the release the next night. Again, sold it at a fair price, a slight profit.
Yeah.
So I I'm very careful with that, not to do anything dodgy.
Yeah, you don't want anybody knocking on your door.
But even the next night, like the first release, like that sold out in 15 minutes, or I can't remember what the time was, but really quick. And then they did a second release, and we knew the collections by then, and that sold out pretty quick. But the only reason why things aren't selling out really quick now is just every release seems to be so expensive.
Yeah, and then the releases that are cheaper just for FSA people, and so like there's only 10% that are not FSA, which those get gobbled up in no time.
I don't even bother with them anymore. So
with what?
With the FSA, those releases, because
I haven't even thought about the FSA releases.
Yeah, I don't bother going there. In fact, I actually during that G Week competition, because you got points for filling out a collection, I think I bought a couple of those collections in those cities just for the points. But
right, yeah, same here.
Only because they were cheap, like that less than 50% markup, but outside of that, I'm not too stressed about them. Like I said, my main focus is just trying to build that yield up as much as I can. It's such a snowball effect. Like I remember when I first started getting to that 1,000 a day, like the 30k yielded UpX, seemed like such a chore and so stressful. When you got there, you're like, sweet, I get a whole $1 a day or 1,000 UpX a day. Yeah. And then your next goal is to get it to 2 and so on. And now it's just snowballing. So I always had that goal. I wanted to get to 1 million.
Right.
But
I just hit the $30 or the 30,000 UpX a month.
Yeah. But the more you do it, especially when you focus on the collections, the easier it is to keep getting to that, like to get that to 60,000, 90,000 and so on.
Oh yeah. It grows exponentially so much faster.
It's easier and easier and easier. So now 100, like the million a month doesn't seem that far away. I mean, it's still months away for me, but it doesn't feel like
it's only months away.
Yeah. So, well, I still need to get the yield up by almost 300,000. But, I got it up by about 50 or 60,000 last week just by buying 1 collection.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you say you're at 70, you make 700,000 a month? Is that what you said you're at?
Thoughts on Spark Tycoon? Obviously they've hit some sort of roadblock.
Is there a Spark Survivor? Has that come out yet?
I don't know what Spark Survivor is. I thought that might have been that other Spark 8 or...
It's another game from... I think it ties into Spark Tycoon. Let me look here.
Oh, is that the layer 3 part of it?
Yes.
So See, I don't know anything about the. Oh, whoops! I accidentally clicked away. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Survivor, but the Spark Tycoon, I do play it. I'm not super into it. I've got 20 or 30 nodes, and my like everybody else at the moment, all my assets, my inventory is just building up because nothing's selling.
Right.
But hopefully there's a wave 2 or the layer 3 comes out and creates. I just bought 10k energy. Well, maybe it might be a good investment. Who knows? Like if you turn around and sell that, even at double the price you bought it for,
Yeah.
like it's still a good investment. But
Well, is there, if I mean, I haven't even checked in hardly on
Oops.
Spark Tycoon, other than, sorry, I was looking at the chat too.
yeah.
Other than just collecting my things so that way it doesn't get stopped. I do that maybe once a day, but I don't even know what I'm at as far as inventory. I'm doing okay. I got like 1189 energy. I mean, nothing to scream about, but I got a couple things in there. If
I don't have
the
it.
fucking Spark Survivor, which sounds really cool from what I've heard about it, ever comes out, I think that would be awesome. And I think it'll probably drive the price up of Spark Tycoon because you're going to need those resources, I guess, for Spark Survivor.
So DC or bust, no FSAs, baby. Yeah, so I agree with that. Although FSAs can be good for treasure maps because you can get them relatively cheap in expensive areas. Yeah, I'm with you. Like I said last week or the week before, there's only in my head there's only 3 reasons to buy a property. 1 is for a treasure map, 2 is for collection, or 3 is for a node. Up until recently, there were still collections in Washington to fill out. I've done all that now, so Paris would be cool to own properties, but it makes more sense to buy more in Washington and have a better node and be able to hunt faster and more efficiently.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely with you.
I get too FOMO'd out, man. I love the city releases because they're so much fun. I like the mystique about it and like the mystery. Like, are you going to be able to get a collection out of this? There's just something about that I'm the mark for sure.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
the one that they're fucking targeting.
Everybody was, and back when cities used to mint out on the night or the day of the release, like that was the challenge, wasn't it? Was to try and, because if you waited till the following week, it's too late. All the collections are done.
Yeah,
and you've got to buy for secondary. But now with the collections not being sold out, and very rarely are, you can just go along the following week, pick up a collection, especially if you've got a bigger bankroll, and pick up a collection, earning your 2x multiplier, and maximizing your income, so to speak, rather than speculating. Having said that, I've yet to mint an ultra rare, and that is a box I would like to tick. And the only way you're really going to mint an ultra rare is to participate in the release, because it's very rare that an ultra rare, unless it's super expensive, will make it to
you don't want to pay out your ass for it.
Yeah, ultra rares, they're ultra rare for that reason. There's not a lot of them, and people are usually pretty much switched on that this is either going to be a decent collection anyway, or an ultra rare. So to get one, yeah, I don't think I've even been lucky enough to be close to my Block Explorer, being close to one, let alone get one. But one day maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my hope always, as like a smaller account, that if I can go and I hit the right property, it can really turn the tides for me. Obviously it's gambling, and I'm fine. I love gambling. I was gambling this weekend. But I mean, that's kind of the hope, is like, if I hit the right property, I can really kind of change the trajectory of my account and what I'm able to do in Upland. So,
Wolf, I used to go one step further. So I used to, if I was only going to buy 3 or 4 properties, so to speak, I would do the research. I'd listen to some YouTubers that had some advice, like what's his name? Radished used to put out some good videos ages ago. He hasn't done any for ages, which is disappointing, but he used to do some great collection speculation videos. And it's hard now with Upland doing such short release times, so people
Yeah.
do their research. But obviously, you got those other. I mean, Banana does it. I've never bought one of his yet. I would like to see what it's like and check it out. And then obviously you got the Assassins on Discord. So they've got some good stuff there. So I'd pick a street that I'd go for, and then try and mint 3 on that street. And if it was a collection, awesome. If it wasn't, well, then there's your standard collection. So that was my mindset.
I was kind of just, if I can only buy like, 3 or whatever, I will just try to pick 3 different areas and just hope I get one. And then if not, I just have my standard collection.
Exactly right. And that's the way, like, again, when I first started trying to get that 1,000 a day type income, my focus was just to pick up as many standard collections as I can. And then obviously as you got bigger, you moved up a little bit and you started focusing more on the purple collections.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was trying to catch my purple collections up to my blue collections. But now my focus has moved definitely onto the orange with the occasional red. But I'm definitely not the bankroll for the reds yet, because even now there's still red available in Bermuda. Well, last time I looked there was. But they're 4.5 million a property, so I'm nowhere near that one yet. But yeah, so my focus now has moved from purple to orange. But that's just try and build those collections up, because that's where you get your value for money. Like treasure hunting and those collections, obviously, and then nodes for a bit of community, etc.
Yeah, I'm definitely ways away. I dabble with my purples and on the rare occasion orange, but I'm still a ways out.
Oh, I remember the first time the Dallas and Arlington release was the first time I ever minted what is it, an exclusive and a rare. And again, that was from Radished's information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Swiss Street was Radished, because he mentioned that in his video, and I was lucky enough to get there and grab some. And then I went over to Arlington after after Dallas I finished there and managed to pick up Cooper Street, which all I did was Google Arlington and famous streets, and 2 streets came up. One was the one right near the railway station, which minted out straight away, and the other one was Cooper. I'm like, fly Cooper, who knows? We'll see what happens. That's the only time I've ever gotten lucky, just speculating. But it turned out to be a exclusive collection. That was my first orange and red disc on my Block Explorer, and I was so proud of that when it first happened. And now I'm like,
fuck it.
Yeah, I look at other people with 100 of them. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I want the star. But yeah.
Remember when they had all those like little tokens and they would stack up, and like you just covered your Block Explorer?
Terrible.
I was like, man, I want to cover my Block Explorer. That was my goal, and I was like, how do I do this? I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing at the time. I was a lost little puppy. Just hoping for the best.
But you just got to keep working at it. That's all there is.
No, that's what I love about this game. It's a grind, but it's like a fun grind. I don't take it too serious, but I definitely take it serious enough to where like it's something I want to make sure that I'm on top of. But I'm not upset, and I'm fine with the slow build. It keeps me engaged and going. Because if I was able to just like get everything I wanted whenever I wanted, I don't know how often I'd play this. Because I would just be like, well,
you get bored. Yeah, there's no satisfaction from just getting gifted everything.
Yeah.
I said in an interview with Ben when he first did that with me back, it must have been over a year ago now. Like my goal in Upland initially, because I saw a video from YouTube from Lord Dahl about he could see a day when like simulators in the game, so like truck driving simulators and whatnot, and obviously flight ones. And I could see a day where Upland would release planes. You might buy yourself a 747 and then fly. So playing a flight simulator game, you might fly your plane over with a cabin full of Uplanders to the new city release or something, and then I quit doing that. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I've got the name picked out that I want for my airline. That's what that's been over. I can't tell you. I don't want someone to steal it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll tell you off air, maybe, as long as you keep it secret.
I won't say a word.
But it's whether that ever happens or not. That's been my goal from day one. It hasn't changed, but I mean, that's gonna. If it happened today, I'd be screwed because I'm nowhere near big enough.
You're not ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got to keep growing and hoping.
That's how it's gonna go, though. You said it now. You spoke it into existence, and now they're gonna be like, ta-da! Fucking, airlines are coming.
Because I truly do see a day in the future, and how far in the future? Next year, probably not. 5 years, maybe 10 years, possibly 20, 30 years, where people will go to you, what do you do for a job? And you go, yeah, I'm a pilot, but a virtual pilot. I can see that being the day. Like, your job will be providing something in a virtual world online.
Can that be your stewardess?
Well, probably not. But I don't know.
Oh, because I'm not pretty enough? Is that what this is?
Yeah, I don't know if your legs will look good in a skirt.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what these legs look like. No, I would not look good in a skirt.
Like, obviously, as jobs disappear from the real world with AI and stuff, like, people are going to turn to different things. And like, back when we were kids, like, you're a bit younger than me, but to say that you could earn a living playing games online, like, that would have been so taboo and so ridiculous. And if you said that to your parents, they would have gone, "You're kidding yourself, are you? Like, go back to school and learn something so you can get a real job." And then you look around now at the world and you're like, so many people are making, just not even being good at the game, either just being entertaining or being good are the two main criteria you need.
I mean, they're getting scholarships to go to like Ivy League schools just to play video games. It's insane.
So, and to think now that people are earning money to create content for Upland and map assets and whatnot, like, who knows where the future is going to be with this virtual world. Hopefully Upland's up there with it, but
I was just listening to last Thursday's episode of the UPX podcast, and I think it was like somewhat like of a throwaway kind of nugget, but they were talking about like turning Upland into like your business and filing for a business, and then you could write off like all of the things that you're doing in the game as a business expense. And I think that, I was like, holy shit, that's a really great idea. Like, going to like Genesis Live would be, you could write off the whole damn thing if this was truly like a business, like with your map assets and like your meta ventures and stuff.
Get 30% back on tax and stuff. 100%. And that was like, remember, I started treasure hunting 2 years ago, so long before Sparklet was ever thought of or announced or anything like that. So I had the mindset that I collect all this Spark, but I wouldn't be able to do anything with it other than rent it out. So my whole mindset at that time was, okay, well, I can perhaps create a passive income renting out Spark and long term in the future. And that was what I was
not a bad idea
to do. And that's still a possibility. But now also selling Spark is a possibility. And if Spark was to hit some sort of price where I can, make a real difference to my IRL life, did I just say life twice? In real life? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Then I'd have to seriously consider it. Like, so depending on what happens, where it goes, but but then if that was the case, then I'd just start rebuilding again. Because again, like, long term, I could see myself being like basically retired from my current job and just doing this as a side gig, just for a supplement money if I don't really need too much. And I mean, I only work roughly 2 shifts a week now anyway, so I spend way more time on Upland than at work, so yeah, exactly right.
I can't wait to retire and let my sugar mom take care of me.
Yeah, but you got some kids you got to look after as well, haven't you? So
it'll be fun.
I don't have that problem, so
yeah.
I only had the one to begin with, and he's now with his mother all the time, and he's almost 17. So, so I don't have that issue. So it's just myself and my missus, and she earns way more than I do. So I'm like, happy days.
Yeah, happy days. Absolutely.
Hopefully I'll earn more than her with all crypto and Upland, but I've got to wait for that. So
that's my mode, man. My wife, she's not much of a believer in crypto and things like this. So I'm super competitive. So I just want to be able to like shove it in her face and be like, I told you.
Just use the car analogy to her. So what crypto will do to finance is similar to what motor vehicles did to transport.
Changes the game.
Well, you think how hard it was to implement a motor vehicle into the real world when the first one was created, or when they didn't have service stations or mechanics to fix them and fuel refineries and all that sort of stuff. So think of all the infrastructure and everything that needed to be created to roads, laws, structures. Like, think of all the stuff that had to happen for a motor vehicle to become every part of life. Like, that wasn't just an overnight type thing.
No, yeah, it took a long time.
So, but now look where we are with it. I mean, horses are all but
obsolete. Recreational.
Exactly right. So, and finance will be the same. What crypto will do to finance is something the same. It's just going to take some time, and at the moment, it's only been a decade. So, give it.
And we're barely breaking the surface of it.
Well, now that there's ETFs and stuff coming out, it's becoming real, and who knows where it's going to go in the next decade or two. And trust me, if that American dollar ever collapses, you're going to wish you had all your money in Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, some are saying the scary thing is that never heard of that one.
I guess he's talking about analogy.
Yeah. Is that the cryptocurrencies become this world currency that, if you're a believer of higher powers and things, that is a sign of the end, which has got people freaked out.
I don't know about the end, and I don't think we'll ever go to one finance.
I don't think so either. I definitely don't think that's.
There's going to be different things, even if like fiat currencies around the world collapse. There's going to be different cryptos for different things. So and different methods, different payments. So there's going to be multiples of them. It's like fuel. Like, there's not one fuel company in the world. There's not going to be one crypto in the world. Same thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think anybody who dabbles in this space knows that, but to the general public who doesn't, they kind of look at it with a, shit-colored glasses. This is going to end our world, and this is going to ruin everybody's lives.
But Bitcoin's not real. I can't hold it in my hand. Like, it's all fake. And I'm like, well, what do you think the dollars that you're holding in your wallet are? Like,
that's what I tell people all the time. Yeah.
What do you think? What value do you think they're going to have if the government collapse tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm like, well, how valuable is that stupid piece of paper you have in your hand right now? Well, it's worth $1. I said, well, who says it's worth $1? The government. Okay. Why does the government say it's worth $1? Well, I don't know. Well, neither do I, because it's not backed by gold anymore. So what's it really worth? It's only worth as much as you say it's worth. And if you say it's not worth anything, then it ain't worth shit.
Well, the BRICS come number one. Well, they're certainly fighting for it. But the problem they've got, from what I understand, and that's very little to be fair, is they can't decide on a currency to. Obviously, they want to get away from the USD, but they can't decide on a mutual currency themselves to trade in. So whether that becomes Bitcoin because they can't decide, which is the only way I see Bitcoin becoming the reserve currency, is no one else can choose. But yeah, they need to get their ducks in a row. I think they've made some good strides and they're becoming quite powerful. And a lot of countries are joining them. They can't really call them the BRICS anymore.
This one's over my head with the BRICS. Explain this.
BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China. So they've all created like a consortium to
okay.
To sort of combat the USD, so to sort of reduce the control that America. Basically, I think some people look, and all this started long before the Russia-Ukraine sort of thing started, but other countries looked at what America did to Russia and went, oh fuck, wow, they could just freeze everything we've got like that. Ooh, that could be a problem. Yeah. Well, we need to work out other ways to trade around it. And people are going, Russia are using Bitcoin. No, Russia is not using Bitcoin because their GDP is trillions and trillions of dollars, and Bitcoin's worth $500 billion. There's no way, even if Russia owned all of Bitcoin, there's enough liquidity there for them to be able to trade. Now, that could change when Bitcoin got to 100 trillion market cap, but that's a long way down the track.
Yeah.
So will that become number one? They're probably the best bet at the moment, but that's still an argument for Bitcoin, I think. Unless they come up with their own euro type currency.
Suppose they could. But I don't know anything about this, so I'm out of my depth.
Yeah. I've only learned what I've learned in the last few years when I got into crypto. I'm far from an expert. I'm certainly not offering any financial advice. Not that that's advice. I know what BRICS is.
What, you mean that's not what this show is about? This isn't about offering financial advice? About
no. I'm poor and I don't own much in life. So if you're listening to me, you got a problem.
That's not true. Well, maybe half of that isn't true.
Well, I'm certainly not rich enough to head over to Buddy G Week every year. I would if I could.
The only reason I did because it's in my time zone and it's not really that far away.
How far the drive is it for you? If you were to drive
there in 18 hours.
Oh, that's still a fair way.
I mean, it's not nothing, but I mean, I could do it. I've done it before.
I'm taking all your financial advice, guys. Yeah, okay. Well, you're gonna stay.
All right, JP. Here's what you got to do. Go to Granada Hills. And you see
go sell your car, buy the latest meme coin,
and start
sell
buying
everything. Sell your car, sell your kids, sell everything. Buy the latest
all
meme
the
coin.
L-type properties you can find in Granada Hills at an inflated rate. And I promise you, in like 10, 15 years, you're gonna recover all of that money, and then maybe a little bit more.
Years.
Yeah, and we're gonna be set. I got your back.
Or just go buy the latest meme coin. What's the last one? Not Ted or Fred or Brett or something. I don't know.
Oh, there's a million meme coins out there.
Yeah, and the problem with meme coins is they're a very very in-house sort of in the know type people that make all the money. So is it possible that you can make money from meme coins? Yeah, of course it is.
Lots of people
but it is such a huge gamble. And if you want to throw $100 at one and it turns into 10 grand, happy days. But you got to expect that $100 is gonna disappear.
Before there's any kind of mainstream exchange, they're on some really bizarre one. You have to like jump through all these weird hoops to even get.
Not necessarily. It depends on what platform they're on or what.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like, I'm just trying to think of some ones I would years ago when I was looking into this more. Can't even remember the name of the coins, but I was looking at just kind of like meme coins or just brand new coins coming out, and some of the the apps or exchanges they were on were just really unknown, and it was like a weird process to like get in on that. I wish I had better information than that, but it's been a while and I lost.
If you knew someone that knew something and you trusted them and you jump through those hoops. There are obviously a lot of weird, wonderful places that you can get shit from, and that's the problem. It's shit. I mean, there's 100,000 million coins out there, and 99% of them are a waste of time.
Years ago, it was kind of sketchy, for real.
It still is sketchy. Just look at all the coins getting produced on a daily basis. I mean, as soon as something happens in the world, there's like 5 different fucking versions of that coin. Like, I mean, what was the last one? That chick from what was it, Nashville or wherever she was from, and she made that comment that went viral.
Oh, the Haktua?
Yeah, Haktua, that's it. How many coins came out with that? Like the next day type thing.
I don't know. I haven't kept up on that.
But you could look it up. You go to the shitcoin type places. So there's like, and one of these could get traction. All it needs is enough people to go, oh fuck yeah, I want to buy that. And if you bought a nice,
I want to buy it right now. I want a Haktua coin right now. I'll spit shine that thing.
Well, I think I saw there was 5 or 6 the next day that worked. And as soon as something like that happens, people are releasing shit all the time.
That thing united the world.
Like even there was that, what was that Chinese TV show that I think it was Chinese or Japanese or something like that TV show that everyone was raving about a year or two ago. It was kind of like Hunger Games. Squid something or other.
Oh, Squid Games. Yeah.
Squid Games. There was a coin that was supposedly it had nothing to do with the people that made the show or anything like that, but there was a Squid Game coin that people started, because the show was going really well, so
Mhm.
they started buying to that, and then it was a rug pull.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just, yeah.
I've gotten fucked a couple times in the crypto space with the worst one. Well, I got a couple. I had one rug pull in NFTs, which sucked. But the worst thing was Voyager. Voyager fucked my shit.
I think I couldn't get onto Voyager because it was American only. I actually
Yeah.
tried to sign up for that.
I was following that thing, and I had all the faith in the world, and I was like listening to interviews from the founder of Voyager, and
well,
like
isn't that getting bought out by someone? So it
they
might come
went
back.
bankrupt. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they got bought out by another company. I got burnt by Celsius. That was one that really got me.
Mm,
I thought that was a lot safer than what it is. I had a tiny bit of money on FTX, only like $100.
yeah.
Not much.
I had a
And the
couple
other one,
thousand in Voyager, and then I lost 70% of that.
and the other one I had was BlockFi, which is another American one. So
Mhm.
again, I got lucky on most of them because I had consolidated a lot of my crypto into the one place, which is a different platform. Could have gone down like the rest of them, that didn't. Thank God.
Where do you hold most of your coin right now?
I don't hold most of it in the one spot. It's all sort of spread out a bit. So between Binance, I use that mostly for my exchange, although they've cut off our on-off ramp, at least for Australia anyway, which is really annoying. Then obviously MetaMask is pretty good. So the Trust Wallet's really good. So I've got some stuff on that, which a lot of Binance stuff through there.
Yeah.
I've got an ADA wallet, a Solana wallet. And the other platform that I use is what's it called? I haven't got onto one for so long because I've pretty much set and forgot most of my crypto.
I know that's kind of where I'm at. I looked at my crypto app the other day only because I won that poker, or I got second in that poker thing. I was like, crap, I need to get onto my wallet and find my address for it. But I was like, oh, look at all these crypto apps I downloaded. Trust Wallet, fucking Voyager, Tron, StormX, Engine, Binance, all the fun ones.
It's having a mental blank at the moment, but I'm going to find out what this. So someone else at work put me onto it, and I've used them, and I can't fault them, although I don't trust centralized exchanges too much anymore after what's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nexo, that's what it's called.
What is it?
So Nexo, so that's an exchange, just like all the rest of them, really. It's been pretty solid. The customer support, when I've had dramas, you've been able to get online and chat to someone, and they've solved the problems really quickly. I can't fault them. It earns some interest, so you can have your Bitcoin or whatever just on their site. Problem is, it's on their site, not on your wallet. So if they did go bust, like Celsius and Voyager and all that, you lose all your crypto. So that's the catch. But you can earn 10% on your Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc., etc. So they haven't got a huge range, but they've got a pretty decent range of coins that they do have. So I've got some stuff there. A lot of my XRP here. So thoughts on 20? That's all the stuff that's supposed to be in relation to banks, yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
So I think
fallen off of it a little bit.
I've not really got into all the ISO stuff. Like I try and ignore all the fads. Like I picked the coins that I sort of went for, which is a lot of the old school coins. So my portfolio consists a little bit of Bitcoin, but a lot of XRP, ADA, which to be fair, both haven't gone so well to date. But I only really wanted a 10x out of them, and I think they'll definitely do that during the bull run.
Yeah.
But ISO, I mean, I think the XRP falls into the ISO category, along with. But again, I never really looked into it too much. I think we're a long way from banks adopting crypto.
Right.
So I think that might be something to keep an eye on in the future, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Coin IDK. I don't know. What do you mean by that, James?
Yeah, I don't know if he was saying like if he mistook token for coin and he was just trying to correct it or not.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm far from a crypto expert. I'm more of a speculator with a small portfolio that hopefully turns into a slightly bigger portfolio.
That's where I'm at. There was a time when there was not nearly as many coins.
Yeah, and you could get it right so much.
Yeah,
like,
I was a lot.
I'm
more
so
even, but
I mean, everyone keeps saying we're still early, so hopefully they're right. But yeah, I'm so dirty that it didn't get like. Imagine getting in back when like Ethereum had already been launched, but that was it. There was really only Ethereum. Then XRP came along, stuff like that, and it's like you couldn't really get it wrong because there wasn't all these other crap going around and yeah, and if you believed in it, but you had to be super early and super ambitious.
Yeah, I remember it was like Bitcoin and Litecoin, and there was another one. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get Litecoin because that's like the poor man's Bitcoin. And my dumbass should have definitely done that because from where it was at then, it was very reasonable to get into.
Litecoin's gone nowhere.
Compared to where it was, I haven't looked at it recently. Maybe
you would have just been better off buying Bitcoin. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. If you bought from 4 years ago or 8 years ago or something like that, if you just bought Bitcoin instead of Litecoin, you'd be way better off.
Where does Litecoin at now?
Not much.
I'll look it up right now.
And unlike other coins, Litecoin's all-time high is getting lower each cycle, not higher each cycle.
It's at $74. I mean, but at the time when I was looking at Litecoin, it was like $4.
Yeah, and what was Bitcoin at the time?
Like $200, $400.
Yeah, divide that by 70,000.
I know. But I still wouldn't have been bad off spending my.
No, you're better off. Bitcoin long term.
I'm just saying. With the modest amount of money I had at the time, if I would have put, like $100, I still would have been better off with Bitcoin.
You're still better.
Yeah.
Over a long period of time.
I made the right decision then.
Like I have very little of my portfolio in Bitcoin. I have a little bit, but very tiny amount.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because I don't want Bitcoin. It's because hopefully over the next 12 months or so, everything else will gain on Bitcoin and I can sell it and then get more Bitcoin. Right. That's what most of the people will say. But if you were to give me an X amount of money, like say 50 grand and go, right, here's 50 grand, you can buy one coin only, but you can't touch it for 10 years. I wouldn't even think twice. Bitcoin would be the only one I'd go for. Now, does that mean that XRP, ADA, Solana, all these could be worth way more than the amount that Bitcoin can grow? Yeah, they could, but they could also crash and be worth nothing. Where I think Bitcoin will continue to steadily grow over time, where the other ones are a risk. Now, they could end up being way bigger and way better of an investment, but the risk is also there. And I'd rather take, over a 10-year period.
Where you're going to throw your money at and hope in 10 years it's not going to be gone. Your safe bet is probably with Bitcoin.
Yeah, 100%. And that's where my focus is at the moment. It's trying to gain Bitcoin so I can put that away, and that'll be my retirement nest egg type thing. So, but doesn't mean you can't speculate on other coins. I've never really got into the meme coins, so that's what we're talking about. I think a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I FOMO'd in the SHIB, but that was my.
Oh, you hear stories all the time. Like I remember hearing a story. Someone bought like $1,000 worth of SHIB long before it was anything known, and that turned into millions of dollars. That's one thing to look at it on paper or on the screen and go, "Oh, I've got $1 million worth of SHIB." It's another thing to cash that out.
Yeah.
So the two different things. I mean, can you do it? Yeah, possibly, but So
you got to be awfully opportunistic.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough crypto chat. I'm far from an expert. And
I was going to ask you, I was thinking about it last week after we were done. Your name, like tell me about your name. How did you get?
I was going to ask you the exact same question.
Oh, great.
All right. So I used to be a big time gamer. I'm only a little time gamer these days. In fact, I don't really play any games outside of.
All right, but hold on.
anymore.
Before you get any further, what game are we talking about? When you say big time gamer, what was your game?
Well, when I was way younger, so back when you were probably still in nappies, I used to play a game called Counter-Strike, which is still around. But
oh please, I'm not that much younger than you.
you're only in your 30s, are you?
No, I'm in my 40s.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm in. Okay, so probably what? You only just turned 40 or something, didn't you? Or
I'm 41.
41. All right, I'm 48.
You got 7 years on me.
All right. Okay, not that bad then. All right. So Counter Strike was sort of. I mean, obviously, as a kid, you grew up and play all sorts of different games. And
And
stuff like that.
you're hypnotized by the beautiful face.
Counter Strike got me into like the first person shooter games, and I played a whole heap of different ones over the years, including all the Call of Duties and all those type of games. But when Fortnite started, I had sort of fallen out of playing games for a bit, and Fortnite started. My son was playing it, and I heard about it in the media, and they're always saying, "Oh, Fortnite's bad. It's like this and that and everything else." I'm like, okay, I better check it out, see what he's playing. And I started playing Fortnite and just loved it. It was like, well, I don't see what's bad about it. You shoot someone, some numbers come up. It's not like you see blood and guts like Mortal Kombat or something like that. Like, okay, you shoot someone, you see a number, they die, you get all excited. Like, you bash a tree for resources, but they're going, it's such a destructive game. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's a good game. And I can see why, millions of people were playing it on a daily basis once upon a time. So I spent God knows how many hours over how many years playing that game. I didn't get any better at it. But my name's, so obviously I had different names playing all these different games, but it's actually a character from a very popular American TV show. It's a nickname for this character. I'll give you the genre. It's a comedy, a sitcom. You 100% would have heard of it.
Okay. Oh man.
So think of like maybe the top. Just name some of the more famous sitcoms over the years, and it's not a recent one. This is not a brand new one. It's been around. So much older than that, but sorry, much newer than
newer than that. Friends.
So probably a little bit newer than Friends. You're getting closer to the right time zone, but way off the track in terms of comedy.
Okay. Everybody Loves Raymond.
No, but there's a good one.
Okay. Fuck.
It's very New York based.
Very New York based. Damn it. Now the only thing I can think of is Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Shop or some shit like that.
Never seen that one.
Very New York based.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is
They live in an apartment in Manhattan.
Will and Grace? Fuck.
Now, there's 5 main characters.
5 main characters? And it's not Friends.
No.
Oh, this is a fun game. 5 main characters, New York, an apartment.
Anyone in chat? I mean, you can just Google my name and it comes up straight away.
Well, I don't want to cheat.
No, but I'm saying anyone in chat got an answer, but they've probably already Googled it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm stumped all of a sudden.
How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, of course. How I Met Your Mother. Yes, I love that show.
Probably one of the most fun characters on that show is Barney.
Yep.
Played by obviously Neil Patrick Harris, but he has a nickname in that show as Swally.
Oh, okay.
So a really good fan of the show would know that, and I've only ever come across one person, that's a Goldsmith, who's actually known straight off the bat who Swally was. Most people just they call me Swirly. I don't know where the E comes from, but Swally. Yeah. So there's only it's only mentioned I think in 2 of the 150 plus episodes, but yeah, his nickname is Swally. So if you Google it, it comes up as that. So that was one of that's probably my favorite all-time sitcom. I got different genres, different favorites. So obviously, Breaking Bad.
Show. That was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was obviously a very good drama type show. We just recently rewatched Ted Lasso.
Oh, I love Ted Lasso.
Awesome drama / comedy show. Absolutely
Yes.
brilliant. So
Oh,
well written.
I love
So
Ted.
well written.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, there's all different genres, different favorites, but yeah, we tend to go back to them. I've watched How I Met Your Mother all the way through a couple of times now. There's a few other shows I like, but that's probably my favorite sitcom. So that's where Swally came from. It's just, yeah,
Okay.
I like the fact that most people don't know about it until, you know, unless they're a really big fan of the show, and then they pick it up straight away. But yeah, most people don't realize. And I don't know is Urban Dictionary a thing your way?
Oh yeah.
you ever-
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I used to try to
don't
make
don't,
submissions
don't
for
put
Urban
Swally into Urban Dictionary.
Dictionary. Well, now I have
Don't.
to. Oh, that I'll tell you a story about that. What is there any significance to the 129?
I tried to just put Swally in when I registered for Upland, and it wouldn't, even though there's no actual Swally in the game, it wouldn't let me have it. So I had to put
That's weird.
numbers in, and 129 is simply my birth, January 29th.
Oh, okay.
So as simple as that. So I'd rather not have the 129 there, but you know, Upland wouldn't let me register without numbers.
That's weird. They didn't make me register with numbers.
I guess Elslack's unique enough. I mean, other people must have registered with Swally, but then never gone on to play the game, but therefore the name was taken.
Oh, that's probably what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking up Swarly on
Scroll.
Urban Dictionary. My computer's having a hell of a time all of a sudden.
Mine's come up with 4 results. If you scroll down to the bottom one,
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah.
don't read it out loud.
By Neil
Although you are
Patrick Harris.
vulgar, so
I mean, look, don't tell me what I shouldn't do because now I just want to do it.
it's your show, not mine.
If I get, well, it's your show.
One of my mates pointed that out to me after I started running the name Swally in Fortnite, and he goes, "You know what the Urban Dictionary says about Swally, don't you?" No. He explained it to me, and I'm like, "Well, I'm too deep into this now."
Oh, yeah, now I have to share because everybody's going to want to know, and then I want to look this up later.
La 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 la.
Be prepared. It's the mixture of shit and semen after anal sex. That's you.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And that was
Again.
submitted by Neil Patrick Harris.
Which is where the name comes from. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a brilliant actor, a brilliant show, well written show.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So that just reminded me when you brought up Urban Dictionary. So I used to own greyhounds and I would race them. I didn't personally race them, but I owned racing greyhounds and they ran at a track. And so there's a lot to long story short. So I owned it and I got to name them. I owned it with another buddy of mine. We owned several anyway. And so he's like, well, you can name, like we had a litter of 8 or something like that. I got to name 3 of them. And so one of the names I chose was French Unicorn. Now I challenge you to look that up on Urban Dictionary and tell me what you find.
I feel like I'm being set up here.
Yep. Yeah. I'll wait, You find it?
Yeah, I'm reading it now.
Yeah. It should be the very top one, if I'm not
There's
mistaken.
only one option. There's only one option.
Oh, perfect. Later, JP. Yeah, so I knew what that was. I knew what the French Unicorn was because I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time on Urban Dictionary, believe it or not. I used to try to come up with random shit and just submit it because that's just who I am. I thought it'd be funny if I just made up things and then see if they would accept my submissions. Anyway, so they accepted the name because it just, there's all kinds of weird names in racing. And so whenever I'd watch my the simulcasts of the races, I wanted to see how my dogs were doing. They would, obviously say the name of my dog because it did pretty well. It won several races, so just talk about
French unicorn.
French unicorn coming from behind and finishing on top, and I'm just like, you have no idea what you're saying. It was awesome.
All right, this has gone downhill real fast.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't regret saying this, but where does Elslack come from then? Let's change it to your name.
Okay. Elslack comes from way back. So like when I was in junior high, I think 7th grade, I had this friend and we had to write some stories in a Spanish class. And one of the main characters in my friend's story, his name was Elslack. And he was like a Hispanic mafia guy or whatever. And so I read a stupid story and I thought it was funny. And I just really liked the name Elslack for whatever reason as a 7th grader. And I started using it for everything. And it was spelled differently. So I changed it to L_Slack instead of EL Slack. But yeah, it's nothing significant, nothing really fun. It's just a funny name in one of my stupid friends' one-off Spanish stories that we had to write.
Fair enough. Nice
and
simple.
so for whatever reason it stuck, and it's either that or BMF, and BMF's hard to get.
I guess the vulgar Upland is too long for Upland.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to change my name. I'm happy with this name, but I helped my missus set up her account, and I sort of just fucked around and just threw a name in there, not realizing you couldn't change because I hadn't tried changing a name. I mean, what game in the world have you ever played that you can't change your name or update your email address, all that sort of stuff? Even if they just let you do it once, like if you got to say executive level or something like that and go, right, obviously you're a proper player, because when you first sign up, you don't really know what you're doing. I signed up with this account with because I have like what I call a shit email address, which is probably the same one I gave you, which I just give out to anywhere and everywhere, and it gets so much spam and shit like that. But when I am signed up to something that's legitimate or I'm going to be using long term, I use a proper email address, one that I know if I get an email to that address, I don't get much spam to it, so I tend to pay more attention to it.
Right.
And I wish I kind of used that one for Upland as opposed to my junk email address, so to speak. But I can't update it. I can't change it. And
you can't change anything, which is super frustrating. I'm the same. I would have probably changed my name had I been able to, because most of the things I do, like my gamer tag is Sack Attack 83. There's probably a better story behind that one than there is Elslack, but I can't. So anyway, Elslack, it's what it is now.
Even Ben's interview on the weekend with TB, like again, same story. Like I don't know, TB must be just his initials or something, but he's like, well, I've just learned to live with it because I can't change it. And like, that's definitely one thing I wish Upland, even if you couldn't do it all the time, which I can't see why you can't, because at the end of the day, your account's linked to your EOS address, and that will not change. So to change your name, like it's like if your friend on Facebook, if they update their name, it just changes on Facebook. It doesn't change the fact that they're not your friend anymore or anything like that. They're still
it doesn't change the address,
name,
the link.
So there must be a reason why they can't. Something to do with the blockchain, again, well above my pay grade. But it's definitely frustrating that you can't update your email and password.
Well, it was like that on the PlayStation Network for a really long time.
Not password, email, and name.
You couldn't change your name on PlayStation if you were.
I've never played it.
Well, those that have, you just couldn't. It wouldn't let you.
I've always been PC, which is why the PC treasure hunting pisses me off. Bring it back. Oh God, I wish I
need to get on this train again, or do we?
No, we don't need to. No. Not every week.
Just every other.
I mean, I'm not the only one that wants it back. There's so many people.
No, I want it back too because it's a pain in the ass to do it on my phone.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah,
So laggy.
it is. Yeah, and my computer just works so much better for that sort of shit.
Was there anything else happen this week in Upland other than the
Staked races on
other foot race thing? Yeah,
at the LaSalle Stadium.
yeah, not going to do that because I know someone else that's been grinding away is just going to kick my ass. So I won't be
Who?
doing that. What do you mean, who? There's one bloke that got like 57 seconds, and the next closest was like a minute and a half. Like,
I haven't
No.
been paying attention.
I'm happy. I was watching. No, just on the. I was watching the Ninjas do a couple of races a couple
Oh,
of streams ago. So, I'm happy just to watch other people play those sort of games. Like, I try and tune into everybody's content,
Mhm.
including Blue Rain's game show on the weekend again.
I fucking forgot. I told her I was going to be on. I said, "Yep, I'll do it again."
She killed it up.
Oh, I bet she did. And
Yeah.
I messaged her on the Ninjas show. I was like, "Oh fuck, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I got sidetracked with some family stuff, and I just spaced getting on." But,
I would have been fast asleep doing my night shifts. But I'll watch. But yeah, I try and watch. Usually, I'm watching it while I'm doing treasure hunting. But and as for playing all these other games, I don't go out of my like things like Spark Tycoon's easy because you don't really need to do too much outside of treasure
No.
hunting. If you treasure hunt, you're already well and truly on track to do all right at it. It's just I wasn't willing to invest a lot of my own UpX, so I didn't, and I haven't. In fact, I took out 200,000 and did the rest from what I collected early on. The Layer 2 game, I mean, Upland, in my opinion, I'd like Upland to focus on Layer 1 and let other people do Layer 2.
right.
The same as car racing and stuff like that. But and I still that's the other thing. My track, I submitted a track for a Washington.
Oh,
Got
you
an
did?
email back saying, so I got an email back saying, the name's not, it's too long or something, you can't have it. I'm like, okay, cool. They said just reply to this email, don't submit another application. Yeah, no dramas. Came up with a new name. Strategic. I'll show you what it is if and when it comes out. Very strategic. Strategic name. Haven't cricket. So this was long before G Week. So I was like, okay, give them time. Maybe they're busy with G Week. Waited for last week, so a week after G Week, sent another email. So what's doing with this? Like, I haven't heard anything. Is it still happening? Like, hello? Crickets. No reply. And I'm like, come on, guys. I've never had a track. I want a track.
I know that at G Week they said they opened everything back up because it was shut down for a while. Where they weren't accepting new entries.
Yeah, the tracks are open back up, so I did that, but they haven't
Yeah.
opened structural ornaments. That's the one I'm really hoping that gets opened back up soon.
Really? I
Well,
thought
hopefully not too soon. Let me learn more Blender, but yeah, that hasn't been open for ages. The stuff that we're seeing come out lately, like I think like Jacqueline's been doing a few tweets with all the Pride stuff, which has been created by Tosshead.
Yeah.
But all the stuff that you're seeing come out at the moment, it's all stuff that was submitted ages ago, and they've been waiting, even up to a year for. So
That's too
Tosshead's
fucking long.
yeah, well, I guess hopefully they're fixing it up so they'll get that faster. I mean, he's got some awesome designs. He showed me a bunch of his stuff that he's already submitted, including the Pride stuff. And my missus was like, "Oh, I want them." I was like, "Can I buy the?" I wanted to buy the things of him so I could produce them myself. But yeah, all these different theme ones, like pirate ones and stuff like that. Like, and I think Jacqueline's been showing them off because he must be in some sort of collaboration with her. The Toss Shack crew. But yeah, really nice bloke, really lovely to talk to. Like only online, but unfortunately, has his own business. If you didn't already know, clothing business in the real world, and his time is very time poor. He's got a clothing business. You would have seen Jacqueline and her corsets that she wears a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he makes them, or he's.
Oh, I didn't really. I was always wondering, kind of like what the what the reason behind that was, because she wears them all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, he sends them across to her, and yeah, so they've been in a partnership longer than I've been in the game. I first heard about them when I first joined the game because they did a design of some van for, I think, the first G Week, and they won that design. So yeah, very talented and very nice bloke, but unfortunately time poor, which is fair enough. Real world
What?
comes.
Hold on. What is this?
Rent and coffee.
What is this? I see this all the time, and it must be some sort of thing I don't understand. And it just drives me insane. Like, what the fuck
Yeah, I don't know. please,
tell me.
yeah, tell me.
Because I look in the general chat, and every so often there's just a random message that says rent and coffee. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What does this mean? What do I not understand?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It drives me nuts and then I'll forget about it because I have a million things going on in my head. And then Laban comes in here and drops a rent and coffee on us. Like,
Please explain.
Tell me now.
You won't get that quote. And go, haha, I won't tell you.
Oh my God. I hate this. Okay, hold on. Does the Googles know? What is the meaning of rent and coffee? Come on. This is not helping me at all. What the fuck? No. The AI is just telling me the definition of rent and the definition of coffee. Oh, man, you're doing me dirty here. What the hell? Okay. I don't know. What I do know is that my fucking black dot hasn't shown up, and it's been over a week for my racetrack. And I want my mother effing in the first line of business collecting rent and drinking coffee. Oh. That's at least my meaning.
Oh,
If that-
collecting rent. So you mean upland rent?
Oh.
I assume that.
Okay. I guess that makes more sense to me.
See, I do that on a weekly basis normally. Because I track everything in my spreadsheet. I collect it every 7 days, so I've only got to record that one figure every 7, unless I need the money for like a city release or something like that.
Right.
Actually, that's what I could do if you want.
What's that?
I know a lot of people, and I always bang on about this, and I keep trying to spread the message about the treasure hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just bring this up. I'm more than happy to always share my stuff. Where's the share screen?
Share away.
option I present? Video file share screen, that one. I'll share a window. I'm going to share that one. So now you should be seeing, hopefully, my wonderful Excel spreadsheet. You are. So where I keep track of all my stats. So this is how, because I know people are questioning about whether Spark is still 1 in 20 and all that. So that's the number one thing that people often comment about, especially when they haven't opened up a Spark chest for, they've done 20, 30, 40 or days in a row without getting one.
And you've been very clear that it's almost dead on.
So, I mean, I've been treasure hunting for longer than what I've been recording my stats for, but I've been recording it since October 2022. So in that time, I've just ticked over the 50,000 chests collected with 2,500 Spark chests, but that's a ratio of 20.01. So my Spark ratio for the month just gone was actually a little bit low. So I was getting 1 Spark chest every 21.26 chests, but overall over the course of 18 months, it's a pretty much smack bang on 20.01. So
and what app or what Discord bot do you use to get your treasure hunting stats?
All right, does that come up on there? No, I'll come back to that in a sec. Then I'll show you. I'll come back to that in a sec. So, and then next to it, all I've done, the other thing, and it's much harder to track your UPX that you receive, which is obviously proper. I guess people that are treasure hunting obviously treasure hunt for the spark, but obviously the UPX is a nice bonus when you get them. So I was tracking that as well, and it's hard to track that because there's so many different variations of the amount the UPX you can get. So I'm not recording each and every single chest that I get, even though it's possible. I just time-wise it's so hard. But I do at the end of the day know how much profit I've got. So all I do is divide how many chests I've got with the profit, and it gives you that average of how much profit I'm making per chest across 80 to 100 chests a day. So as you can see here, it started off at around that 200 and plus. And that was when I was still getting better at treasure hunting, getting a proper weapon queens. But then this big decline was when they introduced the increased spawn fees for chests. Obviously, the profit obviously went way down. But as you can see, from that point onwards, it's been fairly even. Like, it obviously goes up and down all the time because, like everything, it's luck of the draw is whether you get a run of good ones or not. But you can see it's been pretty much flat ever since March last year when they did introduce those increased fees. The average almost dead flat. So you've got Spark that's 100% 1 in 20 over a large sample, and you got UPX that has not dropped in. And this is just my tracking my net worth and all this sort of stuff, which is neither here or there. So this is the one it's currently ranked 23. Long way behind Abdullah.
Right. That's cool though. That's pretty extensive.
So the one I'm most proud of though is obviously the net worth. Like, I'm getting up there, so I'm been working hard on that. But my net worth is 336 in the game, but my income is 178. Which is almost half as much, which means I've spent my money a lot better than what other players have. So for the same amount of money I've spent, I have better income than most other people. So that's my focus ever since I started, was to really try and maximize the most out of what I do.
Is that because of the collections that you focus a lot on collections?
Yeah, I do. So that's where, and this is the thing about Upland, is it doesn't matter how you play the game, as long as you play the game and you're happy with it.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way to play it. And I look at someone like James UK, who buys a crap load of properties in his node, being Granada Hills. And to me, obviously he's passionate about his node and wants to grow it, and that's fantastic, and I'm obviously a part of it. But that doesn't give you the best income, because you're just getting your standard straight money for it. You're not getting any yields, like the bonus yields and stuff. Right. So it's just neither way is wrong. It's just two very different ways of playing the game. And that's what I love about Upland, is there are so polar different ways of playing the game, where he's focused all his money in LA and especially Granada Hills, where I'm very opposite, where I don't, apart from a treasure map, I'm spread out all over the place, but pretty much only in collections. But you can see the difference in the yields.
Yeah, and James's thought behind that is that if we build Granada Hills up and it becomes, kind of like an exclusive place to be, that is going to drive the price of those up. So when it is time to sell those or flip them, there's going to be a lot of value there.
Oh, there'll be certainly value. I mean, the Nike is growing the way it's growing.
As far as the yield goes, not so much.
Yeah. But that's been my focus from day one, was the yield. Like when I was very small player, probably even smaller than what you are now, I was like, I want to get to that million. I see other players at the million. That's a great goal to be at. Obviously, I wasn't going to get there overnight, but that's a great goal to strive for, and that's what I've been striving for. And only recently, it starts to look like I'm getting close to that.
Do you keep track? I can't hardly see the numbers, but of how much money you've put into the game versus how much your net worth is?
Not 100%. What you can do, so going back to, let's go back to present again and share screen. Actually, this is what I should have done in the first place. that one. All right, so don't look at that. All right. So in terms of Discord, so I'll bring this up. So the Discord that I use, and I think most people use now, is this UpX Buddy. So you just got to get it set up, and once you do, there's different commands you can put in.
I didn't even know about that one.
So you can different commands to put in. So the main thing I only really check on is the sends. So you get 80 cents a day plus the 3 bonus ones, which will be replenished by Upland at the reset. So technically you get 83 cents a day. And then you can look at, so at the end of the day, I'll obviously put in that spreadsheet how many treasures I found during the day. Spark's not coming up at the moment due to the Sparklet changeover, so you just got to remember that, which is not too bad. I got 7 yesterday. And then your profit, so you're chucking your profit there. So it makes, so once I finish my treasure hunting, it literally only takes 30 seconds to, and you don't have to do it every day because you do have the -1, so you can do R-1, so the report -1, which is yesterday's stats, but it only does 2 days. So if you leave it for more than 2 days, you're screwed.
Oh,
and
okay.
then you can go look at the chain. You can go look at your chain manually and bring it out. And I've done that in the past, but that takes a lot longer as opposed to just putting in a command here. So definitely just a way of keeping track of, especially if you're a person that likes to use most of their sends every day, to be able to see how many sends that you've used. A great little tool. And then obviously it adds up all your profit. So yesterday I did, there you go, I used all 83 cents, but only did 74 searches. So you can see the big difference
Right.
in the days. So, but at the moment it's not counting the Spark chest. So if I had 3 or 4 Spark chests, so, but 80 is what I try to get to most days.
Would you say that treasure hunting is where the majority of your profit or like your net worth comes from?
No.
Okay.
Early days, yes, because I wasn't worth much. Actually, I will show you that because that's very well. You can see that crossover now in So if I bring this across, you can see my spreadsheet again, yeah. All right, so going back to the beginning of the spreadsheet, so November. So my property earnings was really low, but you can see my treasure hunting earnings. So I'll probably make this a bit bigger for you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So treasure hunting, yes, 100% early days. So especially as a new player or an account of your size, if you focus on a treasure map and did your treasure hunting, you can see how profitable it can be, depending on what city you're in and what sort of stuff. But you can see very quickly that started to even out.
Yeah.
And then don't forget that was before they nerfed treasure hunting a little bit with the fees and stuff like that. So whilst my treasure hunting income has never really changed, it's always been around that 300 to 400 mark every month. You can see the property growth is significantly income has significantly increased. So
yeah,
with send fees included, I almost got 800,000 last month. So my actual without send fees, it's around 720 something. So it's obviously about 60. Is that 60, 70,000?
Is all of that? So I guess what I'm getting at is all of that growth from treasure hunting, or are you putting?
I have put more money
USD in.
Yes, I have put more in. In fact, there is a way you can track that. So I'll close that down. So this is another nice little. So Bromgimble, what his name is, Bromgimble. There, the dude that run Upland Kingdoms. So he does this website.
I tried using that the other day and I could not get it to work. It was not loading for whatever reason. Because I really like this site.
Sometimes it's a bit slow, but it's fucking brilliant. It absolutely is brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's updated it much at all, but you can look at, and I don't know if I want to do this because I haven't done this for ages. So Upland, I've only been in Upland two and a bit years, but if I put like 3 or 4 years in there, it'll pick up everything that I've done. And hopefully this won't take too long, but
yeah, it will not load for me.
Oh shit, that's all right. I forgot that you're watching this. Where is it? I've lost it. Got too many tabs. There you go. So that looks like I've spent $11,500 US since I joined the game.
Okay. So
considering when you look at my current net worth, so 35 million,
and
that's just your properties. so it doesn't obviously look at all your assets and cars and map assets and all that sort of stuff. But so that's what's for supposedly $35,000, and I put in 11,000. So a little over 3x my money with just tiling away and between treasure hunting, selling, buying properties. So I've got a lot of properties in Queens because that was my old treasure hunting ground, which are all up for sale, all up for upkeep. So each and every one of those that sell is making 2.5 to 3 times what I paid for it. So I've sold a bunch, but there's obviously a lot to go.
Look at this treasure map right here. Look how
but
looks
it
so
took
evenly
so long.
spread out.
It used to be better, but that used to take ages because it's such a big
Look at that
area.
little hole right there.
There's lots of holes now, but
Yeah.
Howard's Beach. I used to have 4 or 5 more in Howard's Beach, but I sold them. These 3 I'm keeping because that's part of the node. This is my Block Explorer shop. I used to have the Spark
What are
token.
these shenanigans?
Everything I do is Swally shenanigans. Everything.
Okay. Nice.
So Block Explorer, but then I've got my factory, which is just over here. And it's only got the one asset in the moment, which is really annoying, but all my this.
Where are those?
They're the water fountains. You've seen them. I gave them to
Oh.
you for your
Yeah,
giveaway.
yeah.
That's the only map asset I got. And I was given them that too. I didn't buy them or anything. I was given them through a competition from the boys at the donut thingy. But yeah, I don't think there's much else I can really show.
Yeah, my account is not nearly exciting. You have 1,850 properties. Nice.
That was higher. I was getting very close to 2,000 before I moved to Washington. So I'm slowly trying to get that down. So obviously every single property in Queens is for sale, and it's for UpX. And the sales have been trickling. I haven't got them priced to go now. I've got them priced just to go over the next 12 months. So they're slowly going. And if people contact me and want a certain property and they want to negotiate a little bit, I've been pretty lenient on that. So I've had a few people contact me and go, I'll give you so much for this one. And I'm like, okay, done. And I'll reprice it for them.
Nice.
So as long as I'm making a profit from what I paid for it, I'm not too stressed.
Right.
So, and a lot of those were USD purchases. So
Here's something I didn't.
So this is that's the one I'm proudest of the most, obviously. But when you look at the old, actually, have we got a result on this? Oh, we did get a result on this.
Yeah, I still can't get mine to load for some reason. It just won't do it.
All right, so let's do it. the
Me
hard way.
off.
You've put in nearly 22 cents short of $900.
Yep.
So I put in a lot more than you, but
Yeah.
I'm a lot higher up than you, I guess. So
Well,
Um,
and I kind of I don't talk about it as much, but I do use a lot of free apps to get.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm really trying to keep it like kind of free-ish to me. I want to build without putting a lot of my own, personal money in, and so I use a lot of my free apps for like when I get gas and stuff. And I cash those apps out, and then I put that money into Upland. A lot of that net worth comes from that, or a lot of the USD money comes from that. I mean, I put maybe
everyone's got
200 bucks in, and that's
Everyone's-
just the way I want to grow.
Yeah, and everyone's got different circumstances. Like, again, I don't have a family I need to care for. It's just myself and my missus. So a lot of the income that I get is kind of disposable. Like if Upland
Right.
collapsed tomorrow and it's all gone, would I be disappointed? Fuck yeah, I'd be disappointed. And I'd be a bit upset and a bit butthurt that, all that money and all that time spent is gone. But will
Right.
it ruin me? Nope. Nothing in my IRL is going to change other than my mood.
Yeah.
which I'll get over eventually. So it's not money that I can't afford to lose. Of course, I don't want to lose it.
No, of course not.
But I think, again, James UK demonstrated it perfectly just the other day with, if you believe in this game, which I do, there has never been a better time to invest in this game.
Oh, 100%.
And he invested $1,000 and increased his income by 60 grand in one hit, by just buying one collection. And
Yeah.
that's the way you play the game. Like, to me, those sort of collections, like will I always treasure hunt? Maybe, maybe not. But if I don't, then I'll probably sell the properties I don't need for treasure hunting, but keep my collections. But my collections I'll probably never sell. They'll probably ride and die with the game.
Mhm.
I hope to break even at some point and take out that 10 grand, maybe even just go to Vegas or something with it. But
I do honestly believe that you'll have no problem recovering that down the
Well,
road, for sure.
Upland's going to continue growing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And they look like they're trying to do everything they can to do that. I don't agree with everything they do, but nor does every other player. I mean, we all have different opinions and thoughts on what we think should happen, and of course, it's not our game, so we can have our thoughts and opinions and whinges and bitches, but at the end of the day, it's up to them to produce a game, which they've got obviously a motive to do. So
It's true, dude. That dude's he's got a good vibe about him.
yeah,
I like bullshitting with him. I was hoping that he would jump on one of these times. I know it's stupid
Yeah.
early in the morning
well,
for him.
it's early for Laban, but it's even
Yeah.
earlier for him.
That's right. I forgot. Laban, he's waking up early to come
Yeah.
check out the neutral zone.
But he's a little bit further east than James, so it's even
Mm.
earlier for James. So
Yeah, I think he said he wakes up at like 5:30 in the morning to catch our show.
Laban,
No, James. He
Oh,
was
James,
talking
yeah.
about it on yesterday episode or recording.
I heard him mention this very briefly. I tend to have some things I just have in the background while I'm doing stuff, so I may not catch everything that's said. But I did hear him mention our show, which was cool.
Yeah, I always listen to all the YouTube stuff while I'm driving to work, like an irresponsible driver. And then I get fucking jacked up and pumped up. I'm like, oh, it's time to do it. So then I make a video. After I get all fucking
Well,
jacked
no,
up.
I used to listen to YouTube all the time, or podcasts all the time on the way to work. But I've only got a 45-minute drive compared to you, so I haven't
Yeah.
got as much time to fill in.
Tack on an extra hour, and that's my drive one way.
Yeah, you can have that. You can keep. I hate my 45-minute drive.
Yeah. I'm getting used. I was listening to our stupid presidential debate on my drive to work and then back today, and it's so fucking embarrassing.
How do
Listening
you
to
not
these,
fall asleep? Oh.
listening to these. Well, because I don't listening
What's
to these two fucking asshats just bicker at one another is really entertaining. Because they're not really talking about anything political. They're just making fun of each other the whole time.
What's your preference then? Or who's your preference?
Neither of those two fucking losers.
Well, one of them has to win. So which one?
They don't have no. They do not have to win. They
Well, who's going to
will.
win then?
One of
Yeah.
those two losers is going to win. It's probably going to be Trump. If I had to put my money on somebody, it's definitely not going to be Sleepy Joe because he's going to get replaced by somebody because that motherfucker barely knows what's going on. He's all doesn't blink. He's just fucking staring, looking at ghosts and shit.
You have a pathological liar or someone that's asleep. I don't know. Which one would you prefer?
Crapping his pants all the time. Yeah, then you got the fucking womanizing liar who makes deals with Russia or whatever. I don't know. There's no winning. Give me, you know what? If I had to make a choice, I'll say it here. I'll show my hand. RFK Jr. would be my guy.
Yes, 100%. I 100% agree with that. He is 100% behind crypto too, which is why I'd agree with that. I don't know if I could listen to him talk for 4 years. So.
Oh, dude, fuck no. He
Husky
gives me
voice.
anxiety just listening to him. Like I feel like I can't breathe.
But given that it has to be between Biden and Trump has flipped positive to crypto. So that's probably the only reason why I do it. My missus will probably stab me in the back for saying that because she hates him with an absolute passion.
Oh, I fucking hate
And
Trump.
understandably,
That guy's
too.
such a dirtbag. My wife loves him. Not loves him, doesn't
Really?
love who he is, but
Nah.
she's a Trump fan, and I'm just like, how do you like this piece of shit? And she's like, he's good for the country. I'm like, fuck the country.
Just
He's a piece of shit human being.
what was those videos like the people used to keep the charts of how many times he lied per day or something. It was like 137 lies a day was his average or something like that. Like Anyway, let's not get political. We're not political.
Yeah.
I only care about crypto, and from what I understand, which is very little, I think Trump will be a better choice, crypto-wise. For your country, oh, you're fucked.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all it
no
is.
matter what. Yeah,
You're
one guy
fucked.
in his pants, or
Yeah,
you know,
Come,
I don't know.
come live in Australia. We're much better. I don't know.
Well,
What country has good leadership these days?
I did say it. The whole world's fucking falling apart.
El Salvador. That's who's got good leadership. I'm not saying I want to live there, but
I heard
He's-
Sweden's really nice. The only thing good with Trump is that he is a clown and can entertain the whole world with either bullshit or sudden surprises. That's exactly right. That's why I listen to the debate, because he's sitting there calling fucking Biden an idiot. He's calling him stupid to his face and like, oh, and your son, he's a criminal and he's a felon. And he's going to go to jail and you're stupid and you fucking ruined our country. I'm just like, oh my God. And then Biden's like, that's a bunch of malarkey. It's like, oh my God, that's what you got?
yeah, his comeback. I saw one of his comebacks and it was like, so there, my son isn't a loser, so there. And I'm like, is that the best you can do?
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
your son got injured at war, I mean, that's tragic and horrible, and I don't wish on anyone. But I mean, Trump. Anyway, let's not get political. That's
Yeah.
enough of that.
No, I just think they're funny. That's all that's what I was trying to, the point I was trying to make. I was
Oh,
watching
it's
it
a joke. The whole
'cause
thing's
it was fucking hilarious.
And even when Trump was up for running the first time round, I was like, sitting. This is obviously 8 years ago. I'm sitting back going, "Fuck, that'd be funny to see Trump get." Thinking, not in a million years would it happen, but fuck,
That's
wouldn't
what
that
I
be funny?
thought.
And
Yes.
you could even punt on it, and the odds were him winning were like huge. And I was like, I should have just put a lazy $100 on it. And I was like, nah, he's not going to win. No way he's going to win. It's just because I think he was up against Hillary then, wasn't he? So I was
Yeah.
like, half the country female are going to vote for Hillary anyway. So, choice between a womanizer and Hillary. I thought surely all the women votes are going to go her way, and then just need a little bit of a swing from the males to go her way as well, and she's in, and he wins. And I'm like, what the?
No, it was the email
This is
scandal,
funny.
which turned
This
into a
is-
whole nightmare.
But that's all bullshit.
It's all
That's
they're
why-
all a bunch of lying thieves.
That's why I reckon House of Cards is more of a documentary than a TV show.
Yes, what a great show.
Yeah, Pity
Except
that-
for the,
but he's still a good actor. Like,
the
even
rapist
yeah,
Spacey, but
forget about the off-field stuff. Just worry about
Yeah.
the on-field stuff, and it was a
Mhm.
brilliant show. And
I like
I
that.
wonder how accurate that is to, obviously not true stories, but how accurate that is to.
oh,
what
I bet
we
it's
know.
not far from the truth.
Yeah, I reckon so too. Everyone's
Yeah.
got dirt on everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really like that show.
Hmm.
And then when I realized that the lady, what's her name? I forgot. She was Jenny from Forrest Gump. I was like, oh, even better. She aged real well. She's still a looker.
I know, I did know that, but yeah, I don't know. I might have to try and talk Mrs. into watching it, even though it's got. But yeah, once they kicked him off the show just went downhill.
Yeah, because then she became president or something. That's when I stopped watching it.
I think everyone did.
Yeah.
But the first 4 or 5
A little
seasons,
bit, but yeah, it just wasn't the same. I really liked him as an
and
actor.
to stop watching a show just for one person sort of punishes everybody else in that show, which is what I said to my
does,
missus.
yeah.
She goes, yeah, it's a fair point. I'm like, so we should watch House of Cards. Like, he might be a piece of shit off the field, but on the field, he's a brilliant actor. He's made
Oh yeah,
plenty of
it's
bloody
fantastic.
good movies.
I like that poker movie. What was that
21.
one called? Yeah, I love that movie.
I wasn't poker, it was blackjack, but yeah.
Blackjack.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a great one. But there's been Driver was another great one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really
Do
good.
you have a favorite actor
Not
or actress?
there's a bunch that I'll just watch. If I come across a movie I've never heard of, but it's got someone in it, I'll watch, and he would have been one of them. Tom Hanks is hard to go past. He's made so many
Mhm.
good stuff. It's we finally found a bad movie. It's like one of his first ever movies.
What is it?
Oh, I can't remember the name. It was early 80s. But that's how far back you have to go to find a bad one. From
No,
him.
he's had such an amazing career, and I don't know whoever helped him pick movies. Eddie Murphy, that's a good pull. You know what? I like Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
but only 80s and 90s Eddie Murphy. Everything after that, it was just shit. It was garbage.
Underrated Bruce Willis. Like he's
Oh, yeah.
done so many brilliant movies to never win an Oscar or anything like that. I was surprised when I heard that. I was like,
Yeah.
how's that the case? But
I really like
Um,
my guy is Samuel L. Jackson. That's my
yeah,
guy.
he's very good. The voice, what's his name?
Will Smith.
No, the guy that they
Oh, The Boys.
the voice. No, the African American actor. Oh, fucking mental blank. I always do this. He's got that really deep voice that everyone loves.
Is he older?
Yeah, he plays a lot of great characters. But played God in one of those movies with
Oh, yeah. It's
Morgan Freeman.
yeah.
Mental blank.
I was like, I just saw him the other day.
Like he doesn't make a bad movie, I don't think.
No, Shawshank Redemption is one of my favorite movies.
A lot of people are.
I love that movie.
It's not number one on IMDb for no reason. The story is just so well written.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Considering it's got no real special effects or big budget stuff, it's just
Yeah.
a simple movie. Yeah. And given I'm now in corrective services, like it's sort of a full circle almost. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is a good movie for a reason.
Yeah, I like anything made by Quentin Tarantino. He's like my favorite director.
Yeah, see,
I love Quentin Tarantino.
I don't go director routes.
I don't normally, but it just so happens that every movie he's ever made, I really enjoy.
No, see, I wasn't a big fan of the because that's all the Bill Kills, wasn't it? So that wasn't too bad, but
Kill Bill, come on, man, come on,
that
Smart.
wasn't too bad. But was it? What's the the? Oh, man, let's get off. I'm gonna maybe metal blanks. It's 4:30 here, and I haven't had lunch. So I'm actually feeling hungry, and I'm like, fuck, I'm just having metal blanks and everything. Blair Witch Project, is that Quentin?
No, I don't know who the hell that was. It wasn't Quentin.
Oh, okay.
He made Django Unchained and Kill Bill and Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Basterds, Django Unchained. He helped make Four Rooms, or he did one of the segments in Four Rooms. He did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know I'm Jackie Brown. I know I'm missing another one, I think. Anyway, yeah, I love his shit. LeBan, which one's the amazing movie? I named all the ones I could think of. You need to be more specific in your
I think he's
comment.
referring to Glorious Bastard.
Oh, you're probably right. Inglourious Basterds was a great. The one thing I love about Inglourious Basterds is Brad Pitt. I thought Brad Pitt fucking killed it in that movie. And then Django Unchained was like the most satisfying one of the. Oh, he also did the shit. What was it? 9 or?
I mean, we could talk all day about fucking good actors. Like Denzel Washington's another one that springs to
Oh
mind.
yeah, fuck yeah, Denzel
Comes up with some bloody good movies. Like Taking of Pearl Ham 1, 2, 3 was great. Have you seen Runaway Train? I think it's called.
No,
That's based on
no.
a true story. That one.
Really?
I'm trying to think what it's called. I'll Google the name. I think it's Runaway or something like that. Runaway. Yeah, Runaway Train. Oh, hang on, maybe not.
No, it doesn't sound familiar at all. And it's a Denzel movie?
Yeah. Based on a true story.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yeah, that's Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that
I
brilliant.
love
So many good movies from him. I'm surprised he's never won anything. Unstoppable.
know.
That's what, there you go,
Well,
Unstoppable.
Oh, yeah, Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
It's because Bruce Willis never did, like...
And then what's that one where he's flying and he flies inverted? He's the pilot, the drunk pilot.
I don't remember that. Was it? Is it a Bruce Willis movie or a Denzel movie?
No,
Which one are you talking
Denzel
about?
Washington.
He flies inverted. The hell? You're on some deep cuts here. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Flight. It's just called Flight with Denzel Washington, 2012 movie.
Why?
Yeah, he's flying a jumbo jet or like a 747 or something like that, and it's got some sort of problem. So he works out he can save it. It's not a true story, clearly, but he can save the plane by flying it upside down. That's flying over all this residential area upside down.
Well, it's got to be based on true events because that one movie, well, not even the movie, the real life event where the dude landed a plane upside down in the Hudson Bay.
No, that wasn't upside down. No, that's he landed it flat. No, that's a Tom Hanks movie called.
Yeah, what that actually happened though.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, Metal. I'm just not thinking at the moment.
What's that movie? You're telling me he didn't land it upside down?
No, he landed. He bellied it. Sully. That's what it's called. Which is the name of the pilot, Sully. A brilliant movie. So that's based on the true story. So that's yeah, fantastic movie, absolutely. And yeah, so Sully was the name of the actual pilot that landed it. No, he landed at belly into the Hudson, half-frozen Hudson River, and saved everybody. If you haven't seen that movie, definitely check it out.
No, I haven't watched it.
I'd have to go close to saying Tom Hanks is probably my all-time favorite.
You cannot go wrong with Tom Hanks.
Mental blank. I'm just not thinking of the names now. I'm just not with it at the minute.
But thinking on an empty stomach.
Obviously, he's in Saving Private Ryan. Greyhound, though, is the one I'm thinking of. If you haven't seen that, absolutely brilliant.
Greyhound?
Okay. It's got nothing to do with dogs.
Big?
Sorry?
Is it better than Big?
Yes.
One of Tom Hanks' all-time
nothing to do with dogs.
Okay.
It's really, trust me, you'll watch it and you'll come back next week and go, yeah, you're right, Dave. That was fucking awesome.
All right,
That's a really good movie.
Is it on Netflix?
I have no idea. And your Netflix is different to ours.
Is it really?
Your Netflix has pretty much got everything on it. We get screwed over here.
Oh, you know what? That's right.
We've got to sign up like 5 or 6 different platforms, and even then, we still don't get everything. And you still got to hire movies and shit. It's so annoying. And you wonder why there's
some sort of content restriction there.
Not so much the content restriction; it's just different rights to different things. So obviously, Netflix in America is so big that they pretty much own everything. But over here, we've got 5 or 6 different companies that have different movies and stuff, and you've got to Google which one it's on, and then you go, I want to watch such and such movie, and you look at it, and it's like 10 years old, and it's not on any platform, and you have to go hire it from somewhere, and it's so annoying.
That's weird.
So it's not like you guys.
Oh, it's not on Netflix. There's no Greyhound on Netflix, which is too bad. I'll find it somewhere. Anyway, we're pushing 2 hours. Did you want to see any of, before we jump off of here, the Gun Tech 2?
Yeah, if you've got it going, fuck yeah. I haven't seen any content for that yet. I actually haven't seen anyone play. I've only heard other people saying they can't get their controllers to work, and
let me see here. I'll see if I can get this to come up.
Look at that.
I'll just get rid of this whole thing. I'm not good at it, but I will. Where the fuck is that? Let's see how well this works. Present. Share screen. Where is it? Well, now I have to try to find the damn thing. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Ridicule just did a post on Twitter, ticking over 100,000 Sparklet. Well done, mate. 100,000. That'd be. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but
100,000 spark. Who did?
Ridicule. Ridergill or. So he's number 8 overall in Spark ownership. Ridicule, Gil. Very big player in the game, but he's a treasure hunter. Like I said, I do a lot of treasure hunting, but there's bigger ones than me out there. So he's up there. Expedia is probably number 1 with 131,000 Sparklet.
Okay, we'll see if this works. Okay. So what sucks is that when I go to Upland, this is what happens. And I've been trying to figure out how to get this to. I had it connected at one point, but now it won't connect.
Can you go into your Upland and forget that?
I did. I tried that. I tried uninstalling the game, reinstalling the game, unlinking it. I can't relink it now because it doesn't give me the code. I contacted support. They can't seem to figure out the problem yet. They say they're going to patch it, but they haven't yet. So that part's disappointing. I heard people talk about using the mouse and keyboard. You can, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I just use my controller.
So do you need the NFTs that they sold you? Is that?
No, you don't need them. They say down the road there's going to be some integration with those, but for now you don't need them. They're just.
Did you buy them when you were there?
I did. I bought a pack.
The good one, the expensive pack or the cheap one?
The expensive one, because I'm a real G.
Yeah, they were sold out. By the time I heard about it, they're already sold out.
I'll try. Anyway, all right. I'll just do this one. I can't get past this damn level right here.
Yes, I'm not sure I'm willing to pay $15 just to download it on my PC.
Yeah, so if I use my right stick, it will shoot all the things. If I hit the... Oh, fuck. Well, it's clearly not very good.
It's basically like a next generation Space Invader or something.
Yeah, kind of. So you got like 3 different weapons. I just like to get hit, apparently. I like to get beat up. And I don't remember where I'm going.
Looks hard to control.
It's not actually that bad with the controller, but holy shit, using a keyboard and mouse, it's kind of a nightmare.
So what I'm looking at the moment, obviously it's Space Game, which I was aware that it was.
Oh shit.
But other than owning an NFT in the game later on that you might be able to use here, so maybe having a better spaceship or something, maybe more firepower or more shield or something like that, but owning properties and all that sort of stuff in Upland does nothing for this game, doesn't it?
No, when you can link Upland to it, you can do like tournaments, and there's like a leaderboard, and you can win Upix.
Upland
and there'll be some more integration, I guess, with the things that you bought, like the legits. But I don't know exactly what those are yet because you can't use them yet.
Maybe it's another argument to have the moon released. So
yeah,
you can have a base on the moon.
Cool. It is a pretty fun game. I enjoy it. I put I think 6 hours into it or something, but I'm just not very good at it. And I'm doing a lot, so it's kind of laggy at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm only playing on my laptop. Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool game. It'd be great if it had multiplayer and you could play with multiple people. This is where I always die.
I keep losing track of what's going on.
I gotta kill these little fuckers, and then you can collect like shields and stuff. I'm supposed to go with this button, collect a puzzle piece, and all these little I gotta pick up these people, which it doesn't tell you how to pick people up. I had to figure that out by trial and error, and
So
there
you
was a
just
lot of
crashed into
error.
But yet, oh, it doesn't matter.
Nothing down here. I gotta pick up one more person from somewhere.
Oh, that's what the little person down the bottom means. Okay.
Yeah. Not there. And then once I do that, it'll say go to the. Oh, I already went down here. Can I kill this thing? Shit.
I've said it before, and it'll never happen. But imagine launching out of the battle bus in Fortnite and landing in San Francisco with all the buildings and stuff like that, and just that's your map that you play on, all the different cities in Upland. I'd love to see that, but I can't see it ever happening.
No. Hey, I did it. Look at that. Well, that's this. And then you get so what I was kind of hoping it would show is when I die, it says that
There were
I don't
Upland names in that list.
what's that?
Like there were some Upland names in that list. I saw
Oh,
the top
I'm sure
10
there
or
are.
so. Yeah. Saw a couple of
The
names I
shitty thing
recognized.
is, when I die, here I'll just show you. I'll just go die real quick. Get through my 3 lives real fast. It'll be my luck. It doesn't do what I want to show you. But yeah, so obviously it says you don't have extra lives available, so the game is over. You can get packs of extra lives from the Upland menu, but because of whatever the fuck is going on,
It's not links here.
I can't. Well, now I can't even. What is happening here? I've used my mouse. So I can't even go in here because when it was working, you can go to the Upland store and or whatever, you can get things. If you go to the arcades, you can put your money, your Upix and escrow and all this other shit, and then you can buy tournament passes. But for whatever reason, it disconnected from all of that, and now it just does this all the time, and you're just kind of screwed. So when I die, I only got one shot at it before it says your game is over. But I can always just come back and just do it again. It's just kind of an annoying little thing.
I wouldn't be putting Upix in it anyway. But that's just me.
I'll probably do it one time and see how I like.
Not too much of a tight ass.
Yeah, and just see what the tournament looks like and all that. I'll give it one chance, and if it works out, then great. If not, then that's okay too.
It just depends on how much you enjoy playing it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I put money into Fortnite, which is a free game, so nowhere near as much as not playing, obviously.
I can't get myself into Fork Knife.
I haven't played it for a year or so now, but
yeah, I like PUBG was my go-to battle royale.
I never played PUBG for some reason, but a lot of people went from PUBG to Fortnite, but
I couldn't do it. I couldn't make the transition
because of the building aspect.
Yeah, I hated the building aspect.
But that's gone now. Well, mostly.
That's what I hear. That's what I
So
hear. I mean, now I just don't play battle royales anymore. So
yeah,
kind
I'm
of
getting
fell
too
off
old.
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say too old. I don't know. No,
No.
maybe. I just play simpler games.
You know, you're getting old when you start playing with people that are almost as young as your son.
Yeah. Well, I don't ever turn my headset on when I play multiplayer games because I can't listen to
makes
those
it more
little
fun.
bastards.
Well, no, not the kids. I wouldn't talk to someone that had a squeaky voice. But yeah, as soon as someone sounded a bit more mature, and I met a few people gaming.
Yeah.
You would have heard that Cheese met her husband gaming.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
I did
So you would
not.
have met her husband at G-Work?
Yeah, I seen him, but we didn't
Yeah,
talk.
hadn't met. You know, because he's from Finland, and obviously she's from the US. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were online gaming and struck up a friendship, and then caught up with each other, and the rest is history. Now they're married.
That's awesome.
That's what I met my missus through online dating, but like everyone,
Yeah.
But that's to me the next level. You meet your future husband and wife online gaming. That's next level.
That is next level. Yeah. You
So-
connect to a mutual interest.
I wonder who'll be the first Upland couple to meet through Upland and get married. I wonder who that'll be.
I wonder.
first.
Yeah, I wonder if it's already happened. Look, I can officiate a wedding. You let me know. I'm a ordained priest. Believe
Are you
it or
really?
not. I certainly am for the United States of this fine America. Or if you listen to Trump, we're a fucking decrepit country. But it's whatever you choose to believe.
Mike?
But yeah, I am ordained. I can marry. I married my sister.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, we're almost midnight here. It's been on for about 2 hours and 12 minutes. What do you say we
Too
we
long.
call
Yep.
it a day?
Done. I shall
right,
chat to
yeah.
you during the week, no doubt.
Oh yeah,
Until then, adios.
yeah. Adios.